It is Monday morning, March 9th, the weekend, the Monday after Zohran Mamdani's mansion, Gracie Mansion, was the subject of a protest which led to a terrorist attack that's clearly Islam-based. And after all of the discussions this weekend about whether or not people are being Islamophobic, etc., Jessica Tisch admitted this morning this was an ISIS-organized terror attack outside Gracie Mansion, directed at what they perceived to be white nationalists. All right, so Zohran Mamdani, who stepped in it over the weekend, releasing a post that basically said this was a white nationalist attack against him while implying it was a reaction from just ordinary people, now has a problem because it was an ISIS attack apparently. And I'll spare you all of the mumbo jumbo about the press conference because you can watch it in the comment section below. I'll post the whole thing and you can find it anywhere else. And here's Zohran thanking the police, and then he turns it over to Jessica Tisch, who thanks the police, and everybody's thanking the police while Zohran Mamdani's busy gutting the police department after a good 5 years in public life, trashing the New York City Police Department, calling it racist, calling it violent, calling it against the public interest, calling it for it to be dismantled and defunded. Now he's thanking them. Because he has no choice. All right, now you get to the end of the press conference and blah, 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 blah. Where is it? It's the very end. Here we go. Dora, is that your name? You're his press secretary. Dora was kind enough to allow 3 obviously handpicked reporters to ask questions of his deity, the mayor. Here we go.
Time for a few questions. We'll start with Jake, AP, right here. Right here. Sorry, we have a microphone too? Right here. Sorry, we have a microphone too?
Jake, I think, of the
can't
AP.
really go into so much detail at this point, but given that you are saying this is an active ISIS.
Jake, I know you know this because I posted it in comments under your reporting several times. He has no national security clearance. You know he doesn't know things because you know he has no national security clearance. Are you asking him about that today while the city is at risk from ISIS?
Inspired terrorism or being investigated. Can you give
Sorry,
us
could you just speak up a little bit more?
Yeah. Can you just give us any sense as to what information you may have to indicate that this is possibly ISIS inspired? Also, the commissioner.
Okay, Jake, you sound like a young person. No offense, but you really do sound like you have no idea what you're talking about. How would he know if it's an ISIS-related attack? He has no national security clearance. They can't tell him this shit.
The heightened state of alert related to the war in Iran. Any indication at this point that there's a connection?
On the war in Iran.
And then just also, do you know why they wanted to come
Jessica
to New York and this
sweaty
protest
bullets here that
particular?
he's going to get trapped, so she's ready to step in and stave his ass. And he passes it over to Jessica Tisch, of course, because she actually has a security clearance.
That connects this investigation to
Wake up,
what's going
people.
on overseas in Iran. As to the other questions that you posed, I don't want to say anything that could introduce prejudice into the prosecution or
She's right.
do anything that will
Absolutely
make the
right.
prosecutor's job.
And Zohran could have
more
said that,
difficult.
but he didn't know
What I
anything
can
at all
say
because he
is
has no
that the
security
complaint,
clearance.
I expect will be unsealed.
Look at the look on his face.
Later this afternoon.
He's like wondering, how
And once
long
that happens,
am I going
will
to be at press
greater
conferences like
liberty
this where I
to
can't answer
discuss
questions
and
because I have no
answer
national
the
security
questions
clearance?
that
Zohran,
you
the
posed.
answer is for the rest of your
We'll go to
term,
Andrew second.
unless you get one.
You said you were not home at the time of this incident. Can you tell us where you were, how you learned about this incident, and what went into your thought process about why you didn't speak about this publicly, either on Saturday when the commissioner did or on Sunday?
So we
His
had
thought
known
process.
that this was
Panic?
a protest that was scheduled for over a week, and I had known that there were precautions being taken.
Unlike,
And
by the way, hold on right there. Remember, Zohran didn't give anyone a week's notice when he started protests against the Israeli-Gaza war, not in 2024, but days after the October 7th attack. He didn't give anyone, the DSA, his political organization, they gave no one notice of anything other than a few hours. That includes the NYPD. That includes everyone. But here, Boy Mayor has the luxury of having advance notice because he has the NYPD watching his ass, and they're guarding him. And they're doing a great job, as was proven this weekend. You are such... I don't know how you live with
Incredibly
yourself, but you're spoiled brat.
of the work that the NYPD both did in advance, as well as the work that we've spoken about having happened on the day and since then. My wife and I were at the New York City Sign Museum in Brooklyn at the time. We continue to be kept up to date as to
he and
what
his
was
wife,
going on,
who
in the midst of
liked
protest,
the October
aftermath
7th
of the
attack.
protest. And
Yeah,
we
they
also
were-
wanted to
they were
ensure
both
that we were
at an
able
art
to
museum when they
address
learned
New
of this.
Yorkers directly and clearly with all of the facts as we had them, especially given how fast-moving this has been. Wanted to ensure that we had all of that together.
How many facts do
Thank
you
you.
have,
We'll go to
Zoran? You
Catherine,
have no
CNN.
security clearance. No one asks you questions about that. CNN.
Hi, good morning. Wondering if prior to the protest there was any credible threats online from these individuals, anything that you could see from their social media presence, anything like that leading up to it that you
And
know
back
that
to
they'd be
Tish,
traveling
right?
from
Oh, no, someone
Pennsylvania
else.
to
Okay.
attend this.
Since she's NYPD too.
Again, preliminary investigation, and you're going to learn a lot more as the complaint is unsealed.
All right. You see, the mayor cannot answer these very basic questions from friendly reporters like Jake from AP, CNN. He can't answer these questions. He has no national security clearance. Everyone has known that now officially for months, and no one's asking him why. And no one's asking him what the status of it is. And no one's asking him specifically what he can and cannot know as a result of that. Because they're covering for him.
Thing at this
Obviously.
time that would have suggested that.
We have time for one more question. Emma, go ahead right here in the front. One more question.
One more. Can't ask too many questions.
Has the team finished going through the devices of the two men associated, and also is there anything known about a possible third individual?
he can't answer another
who was
question.
with them?
He's not allowed to answer questions. He's allowed to
Those
appear.
devices are currently being investigated, so that process is ongoing, and we have no information about a possible third individual with them at this time.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much.
Okay, bye. All right. Do you understand now, folks? You have a mayor of New York who is there as window dressing at this point, especially when the city is under attack, mostly from foreign entities, because we are the global economic leader, one of the cities that is a global economic leader. It's a great point of attack if you're running any kind of a global war against the United States and trying to gut it militarily and financially. This is New York press, all press. You must be kidding that you're allowing things like this to happen and not asking him about why he has no national security clearance. And no, all of you people out there claiming this is a normal delay. It is not. Bill de Blasio didn't apply for his security clearance until 9 months after he took office. He doesn't count. Eric Adams and Mike Bloomberg, the only two other mayors subject to national security clearances since 9/11, were both cleared very relatively quickly. This guy can't get a clearance. His wife likes terrorist posts. He has made outrageous statements, and most importantly of all, he broke federal law for over 7 years as a green card holder by not registering for selective service, a federal felony, and no one is asking him what he told immigration. And if he lied to immigration, which in my personal opinion he did, he misled them, same difference. Well, that can be cause for you not to get a national security clearance. It could be cause for you not to get a proof of your citizenship too, but no one's asking any questions. The New York press is, and I was born in New York. I've grown up in and around New York my entire life. You're a joke compared to what the press used to be. And you sound like a bunch of, you sound like you're lucky to have jobs, most of you.